building the hog building fast. Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today I am trying to figure out why the heck we don't have any power. I think I know why. We just had it off. So that'll turn it on. Yes, it will. That's on us. We had the power redone at this field, or at this bin. I'm at our Goose Lake bin. We have our AGI SureTrack bin manager, and the reason why I want to get this thing running, and that's like I said on me, I should have stopped here a couple weeks ago. Basically, we had a new pole put in because we weren't getting, we only had 2 of the legs going to this instead of a 3 leg, because it's 3-phase power here. So anyway, we have our bin manager system. We have dry soybeans in here, about 10%. These 10% beans, we have the SureTrack system in here, which has cables that sense the moisture of those beans. On top of that, we have a weather station and temperature sensor in the plenum of this fan. So we know when it is humid outside enough to push moisture back into these beans, because beans is a very sensitive crop. This year we actually had some really dry beans, about 9%. Put them in here, we're gonna rehydrate them and effectively gain water weight for these beans. So instead of making, you know, 10 bucks a bushel, we'll make 10.50 a bushel, roughly, and just adding water weight. So that's essentially what we're doing with this bin manager system. Like I said, I'll fast forward a future on to actually look at the cell phone interface that they got there. But I'm hoping that now that this thing is working, we'll be able to get some we'll be able to rehydrate some beans and make some money off this AGI system. So thank you, AGI, for being a good partner with the channel. Hello, Futuron here. So I got the app pulled up. This is our Goose Lake bin, like I mentioned before. Here's the app interface. You can kind of see it has an average of a sensor every, I believe, every vertical sensor. So there's 3 sensors in that bin. So those 3 sensors are average, and there's 10 readouts that it has. So what I have is I have it set to auto hydrate. I'll show you guys towards the end, but you can kind of see that it's basically looking at the outside temperature and the temperature of the grain and figuring out when is the best time to actually turn it on to pump moisture. And you can kind of see we ran for about 24 hours or so over the last 2 weeks. I'm a little disappointed it didn't run more, to be 100% transparent with you guys, because I thought we would have had some time, especially with the rain spells that we've had over the last couple of weeks. But it is what it is. I mean, we're not going to be pulling beans out of this bin for another 5, 6, 8 months. So it has plenty of time to basically rehydrate those beans, turn that fan on when the conditions are right, and really pump moisture back into those beans. Because as I mentioned before, that is where the money is made. So this is about 2 weeks later, and you can kind of see it's a pretty easy to use interface. And right now I'm going to show you how to actually set that up. Basically, just go to settings, operation, and I say I want to auto hydrate these beans, and there we go. Okay, not sure what's going on, but I think I'm going to run a grain cart. I'm honestly not sure. Hey look, we had our combine back. It's a 7150. Nice. Actually, I have no idea what the heck we're going to do. Looks like Brian is running grain cart. I don't know. So, I did not make it up yesterday or the last 2 days, because we had some rain. So the guys got a little bit of corn done, but not much, and we got rained out yesterday in Bellevue as well. We got rained out everywhere. So not a whole lot's been going on, but I believe the guys are going now. Nathan just finished that field up north, or up at Butch's. He's moving over to below the road, because that gooseneck piece needs to get combined off as soon as we can. And then, yeah, I believe someone's got to take a semi up to Bellevue at some point to have, if Pat gets going on soybeans up there. So we have 20 acres there for Nathan to do, and then he's going to go do high moisture corn. We got a lot of moving pieces right now. I'll break it down here as soon as we can. So I just dropped Curtis off at this truck. Here's the field they just got done. Right there's our wheat that's coming up. I don't see it emerge yet, but he's going to bring that truck into town, or not into town, but to the bins. Dump that. Nathan's just getting going below Jerry's there. He's going to knock that out, and then after lunch we're going to get our high moisture corn picked. This combine's still here. Nothing's been done with it. I'm assuming at some point someone's got to come up with a chop saw and like an excavator and chop it up and put it in a scrap truck. Yeah, I don't know. So I know we got to get this truck on a trailer at some point here soon. So I'm actually going to fire it up, see if it'll fire up, I should say, and maybe need some new batteries. There's Pat coming in. He's got to go deliver some bean meal. But make sure everything looks good. That terminal's a little showing. Oil's good. See if she'll even turn over. I'm doubtful, but you never know. Nope. Not even close. Need new batteries. So here's the batteries. So I can see how old these suckers are. Looks like they're the same. There's the year on this thing. 1121. 1021. 1121. So they're 4-year-old batteries. They're not that old, but yeah, I guess I don't know. So I just took my multimeter. I got 11.7 volts on these two batteries. I got nothing on this one. So I'm wondering if that battery is junk. So I might try and just swap that battery and see what happens. I'm actually gonna go ahead and winterize that water trailer. So I'm gonna stick it back in here. Don't know how far I need to back it in, or if I could just pull it in, or I'm honestly not sure. Figure it out. Figured out. I think I should be able to just swing it in here, or pull it in here. I think. I'll have to walk it off. The biggest thing it's going to be is the gooseneck. Actually, the jack stands are going to have to be on that level, not going to be on that rock there. But so that area is 20 steps forward, roughly. So we're going to check this one now. Like I said, those jack stands need to be on solid ground. 1, 2. Should be good. Okay, so I'll be able to pull it in, hopefully. I got all the water drained as best I can. Gonna see yuck, more yuck. I might, there's no hose over here. Might see if I can scrape that. That's what happens when you leave the water sitting for a little while, and especially in a white tank that lets sunlight in. Grows moldy. Well, not moldy, but stuff grows in it. That actually reminds me, I'm gonna drain both these tanks, so we're gonna have the same issue. I got 500 gallons of drain here. Yeah, I don't like that. So that's all going there. That's at least going across the concrete for right now. I just don't want it to all sit there. Yeah, I just don't want the water to sit in the grass, because that's how it makes things all disgusting. Yeah, I'll drain this some other day. I'll talk to Pat and see how he wants to drain it. It's a John Deere. There's the neighbor. Do I spy some wheat poking through? I do. There's one there. Not a lot of it. I'm starting to see strands of it poke through. Here. Oh yeah. Wheats are coming. So I like to see. Real question is, we'll see how it takes over the next week or two. We should be able to really start seeing it. Because like I said, this is a little bit different than we did with the rest of our cover crop. The rest of our cover crop we just broadcast spread, and we're gonna hopefully hope for a couple rains and have it naturally incorporate and start sprouting. Whereas this stuff we spread and then vertical tilled it. So we actually gave it some seed to soil contact. So we'll see how it works. Just got done with lunch, steak, potatoes, mixed veggies, all good things. Sprinkling a little bit. I don't think this will hurt us a whole lot. So we'll just have to see. Anyway, I'm gonna put the rear spears on this guy and move that water wagon inside. Stow that away for the year. Here comes Curtis. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna clean this guy out and probably call it a year. Okay, that thing's all ready to go. I'm gonna pull it in here. Before I do that, we're gonna start up this truck because I think I'm gonna need the space. Because I think Pat wants me to back it in like this instead of backing it up like that. We'll see. Got her unhooked and put away in the shed. So that's good. Curtis is running trucks now for Nathan. Nathan is full. Brian must be dumping. So we're moving now, and Pat's about ready to head north. I'm gonna take Brian's spot so he can go run grain cart for Pat. We're gonna go from there. And at some point when we get done with that field, we're gonna go do some high moisture corn now. Well, Nathan's full. I just swapped out with Brian. Had to shut the tractor off because we had some bees wings in there. Phew, what a day. Let's hammer down. Let's get some corn harvested. Be in here the rest of the day. So this corn's all down and tangled. You can kind of see it's just leaning every which direction. So we're trying to get at this stuff now. We have a couple varieties that are like this. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. We're getting it all, or most of it. Kurt, what's that? Left his blinker on. Sheesh. So this stuff is a little tangled. That's why we're picking it a little green. Throw it in the wet bin. Kind of see we had a storm come through, and look at this. It's all goosenecked. It's bushling, so that's good. But hey, I'm out here just checking losses overall. It's not too bad. A little bit of losses in here, but you're gonna have some. Got some header losses, but this is the type of loss we don't want to see. Actually, that was disease. Want to make sure we're getting it all out of the rotor. We do not want to see stuff like that. I'm gonna go watch and see how it's doing. Look behind him. Overall, doesn't look too bad. Like this doesn't look great, but it's also being concentrated and throwing off the spreaders. Spreaders doesn't show much losses out the back. Yeah, so we got some header loss. Overall, not bad. And those flashing yellow lights mean that mine's full. Yep, that's bothering me. I'm gonna turn that blinker off. Oh, I was looking for corn when I'm next to our cattle yards. Ears of corn so I can give them to our moo cows. Oh, I saw one. Oh, what the heck? Oh, here it is. Too far. I just smacked one. They'll eat it. Much better. It's not blinky, blinky, flashy, flashying anymore. So you can kind of see that gray strip of corn there? That's how much this corn decays off over time. So we're rolling. We got a piece of ground, a variety that was really tangled up in a storm, so we're trying to get it picked off. Corn's at like 22% or so. But we're just picking it off because we don't want it to go down. It's already kind of tangled as is, so we only got a couple more passes left. We're gonna move on to grinding our high moisture corn. There you can hear corn going through the rotors out the back of the sieves, and here it comes. Sweet. Full load, 62,000 pounds. Go ahead and dump this thing. Ooh. Oh, there's a wire there. Maybe it's just a communication wire, but still. Unloading. Curtis just pulled in. I just got unloaded. Let's go. Oh, the cows. So we're just getting to just getting to some short rows. So Nathan's gonna probably cut through, yeah, probably another hour here, I would guess. A couple truckloads. I spent quite a bit of time on the phone, so missed a little bit, but we got one pass left, one round left, I should say. So this is my second or third truck that I've dumped. But Nathan hasn't stopped yet, so that's good. So this 8250 is rolling right along. So the old 7150, smaller combine, smaller shear, smaller rotor, smaller engine, smaller everything, was only able to do about 2.5, 2.7. We're able to average around 3.5. And when it's dry, good going, we can probably go 4, closer to 4.5. So not doing too bad. This thing's definitely a game changer for sure as far as productivity goes. Right there, 3.5, unloading on the go. This one will fill me up. Not sure what Nathan's up to. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm going to take this thing back to the pit and go dump it. And down the road. Look at all these bees wings. Woo! Listen. So I'm just dumping this truck for Curtis, and I'll show where he went, but he went somewhere. I'm going to go up and check the wet bin, see how full that is. So we need to go up it. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rings down. It's about half full in this wet bin. Not bad. So the AGI system is running our fans because we have them in these bins as well. Not too shabby. Nathan's filling up some fuel. I just got grain cart dumped. I'm going to put some fuel in as well. And we're going to start picking some high moisture corn. It's about 4 o'clock. Hopefully we can get about, it would be nice to get all 8 loads done so we get the high moisture pit done today. Be nice. I'm putting some diesel in. So we do have an issue. We got to change a pretty big part of our combine. Our right front module is a bar, or is a bar. The rest of them are round stock. I call them large wire and round bar. The problem is the large wire is plugging, so we're gonna switch it out for the round bar. Let you guys watch. One bolt's right underneath my foot. All of them are short. Where's your clearance at?
Go back up with it.
Actually go the other way.
What's that?
Go the other way. Open it up.
What's that look like?
Not too bad. So we got that one done. So like I said, that's what the plug-in looks like. So we got a hydraulic leak on this end cone here. Just replace those 2 O-rings on the outer. That's your pressure, that's your return, that's your case train. We replace those 2. We'll see what happens. Not seeing anything. So I think we got her fixed. So we replaced that module. We fixed a shield underneath on the top of the throat, which is not a great design. And then we also fixed that O-ring. I'll show you more about that throat here in a little bit, but now we gotta get harvesting because it's 4:30 already. We can only do probably 2,000 an hour, I would guess, with harvesting, and I gotta deadhead the grain cart all the way back to the pit, unload it, which takes 10 minutes, and then come back. We're gonna be pretty slow, so hopefully we'll get it done tonight. We'll see. So that's our homemade fines cleaner. I am shutting her down because we're done dumping corn. It's pretty handy though. You literally just have a fan blowing and it blows all the bees wings out, or I shouldn't say all of them, blows some of the bees wings out before it even gets in your system. So that is good. Gonna go jump the grain cart and let's go. Nathan's probably just getting going. There's Curtis's girlfriend. Gonna come ride with Curtis for a little bit in the packing tractor. There's our big grinder, our ear corn grinder that we're good, high moisture corn grinder that we're gonna use. And Nathan's just going around the outside I see out back. Nice. Somebody's gonna pull in here and back up and around. Try to at least, we'll see. All those streaks in through there, pretty sure that was the drone. Not sure why it did it on this field. It's just streaking every other pass. Very weird. Okay, Nathan's making his way around. Let's go find him. Guess he dust flying out there. Woof. That's not good. I didn't think we had any of this in here. Yuck. Tree down here, tree down there. Trees down everywhere. Just some slow going. He's got to basically stop, back up, go over a little bit, stop, back up, go over a little bit to avoid that tree, stop, back up, go over a little bit to not miss those rows. Just slow going around trees. And I don't like we keeping these trees for habitat and everything like that, but I can see why farmers get rid of them, because if it's their land and you got to basically squeeze every penny out of the land that you can, some guys will bulldoze trees. Doesn't make it any right because you're destroying habitat and everything like that, but it's your land. I guess you can do what you want, except solar fields. You can't do that. Disagree. What's up with this, Nathan? Just leaving rows now? Jeez. And so I had to clean these windshields. Wow. Okay, so Kurt's firing up the beast. Putting a little bit in, seeing how she grinds. Ooh, this dust is not in the right direction. Not at all. So I basically have that hopper. And we're cracking high moisture corn. So what we're doing here is we have high moisture corn, so corn that's around 25% or so. And we're actually dumping into this hay buster, this massive 500 horsepower beast, and it's getting cracked and set in our pit. So I don't want to overflow that hopper right there. Just gonna try and keep her full. Running at peak efficiency. Ripping a ripper, climbing this hill. 56,000 pounds. It's all 340 horses that she wants. Filling. 1,800 bushels in here so far. And Nathan lost the light game, so I just gotta beat Curtis now. Yeah, I was thinking that east side would probably be the only spot once you pass that back waterway. Yeah, it's pretty steep in through there. So I'm not sure what this guy charges us per bushel to use this thing, but it is pretty handy. Be able to grind all this corn in a day. I mean, we didn't get started till about 4. We'll be able to get it about halfway done for sure tonight. So this will get it about 2,800 bushel. Of course, my alternator is not liking that. Alternator's going bad, so I can't use the full lights. That sucks, but oh well. I'm not sure what to think of that thing. Well, we're doing our highest moisture stuff that we got, and it's dry, 22%. We'd like to be at 25 if we can, but it is what it is. We're getting it done, at least. That's all that matters. So hopefully we can get grind 5,000 bushel tonight. We're at 2,800 already. Should be able to get at least that, maybe 6,000. We want to do about somewhere between that 8 to 10,000 bushel range. We are just going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen, back and forth. I sound like the bud man. Yep. So the bud man is not helping us out today. Brian and Pat finished up the beans up in Bellevue, so we are done with beans except for doubles, so that is good. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what the plan is, but I know Pat brought his corn head up. I would guess he's going to want to run corn tomorrow up in Bellevue, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping that, it just kind of depends, because if we get an inch of rain, we don't really want the combines outside, but it is what it is. At some point, it is what it is, I should say. So I'm hoping what we do is we finish up this high moisture corn sometime tomorrow, and then tomorrow morning, and then maybe tomorrow afternoon, everybody heads up to Bellevue and we go to town, quite literally. At least that's the hope. But I know basically Pat and Brian have a semi and a half up there of beans, so Pat will bring the semi home. Then he'll have to bring a semi up in the morning to unload all that beans. And then we're gonna have to bring combine and grain cart up to Bellevue if that's what we do, and 2 other semis, because we're gonna need 2 drivers and 3 semis for sure to keep up. If not, we're probably gonna need we won't be able to get the 4th semi up and going. Might need 3 semis, 3 drivers, but we'll see what we will see what we come up with tomorrow. It'll probably change regardless of what I tell you right now. So here's the cool thing about Lieber cart, or one of the cool things. So we know we want to put about 10,000 bushels in here. You know, you could do it the old-fashioned way with you know, padding the paper and adding up weights and all that fun stuff. Or you can just get a Lieber cart system, and one of the main benefits is you can see exactly how much you've put in so far. Put in 2,800 bushels so far, and after this it'll be a lot less than that, or a lot more than that. So we're around 3,800 after this load. So this Lieber cart system is an awesome data tracking source for sure. Come on, don't spill. Don't spill. Whew. It's a small hopper in there. It's only about a 40, not even, probably a 30 bushel hopper. You know what would be a really handy thing? If we had a right-hand unload grain cart and a dual auger grain cart that actually had extended reach. That'd be really handy, because I'd be able to just drive in loaded, pull up next to it, and bang. And then I wouldn't have to back in loaded up a hill. It'd be kind of a pain in the neck. Which is a pain in the neck, I should say, not kind of. But then I would just have to back out empty, which is no problem at all. So maybe next year. Probably not. That costs money. So we're not the most efficient thing in the world. We've only done 4,000 bushel in about 3 hours or so, probably close to 4 hours. Mainly because we got a half-mile drive, loaded and unloaded up a couple hills, up and down a couple hills, and to unload, it's slow going to unload. So, but we're getting her done. That's all that matters. Got 3,837 bushel in there. Thank you, Lieber cart. It's getting colder out. We'll hop in with Nathan for a little bit.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, no kidding. So streaky.
I know, it's bad. The spots, it's like that 23, 24.
Right.
And other spots, 19.
Well, I was going to ride with Nathan for a little bit, but this thing's busheling. Wow. I mean, it was 300 that entire way there. That's impressive for this ground. Very impressive. So yeah, he's already got his 3/4 lights on, so I'm walking back to my tractor. But it's not too bad out. It's speaking of which, where's my sweatshirt? I mentioned it was cold earlier, and I have no idea where to put my sweatshirt. Hopefully it's in the cab of this thing. But I mean, it's not bad right now. It's 65, 70 degrees out. Honestly, about gorgeous for a mid-October night. We're moving now, we're hitting our strides. If I didn't have a massively long drive every time I'm full, wouldn't be too bad.
You want to take a quick break and eat supper if you got the chance to eat yours yet?
Burger and fries from the downtown. Nice. When they're done, we got 4,800 bushels in here after this one. Only got about 5 or 6 acres left in this chunk, then we'll be done for the night. It's 8:34. Not doing too bad. It's a little bit drier than we would like, ideally. Kurt's packing the pit right there. But it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. This is our wettest stuff that we got left. Chug-a-lug-a-lugging up the hills. Got 800 bushel on. Let's call it 40-something thousand pounds. Heading back to go dump. Getting there, this will be 5,600 bushels, something like that. We'll probably get about 6,400 in here. That might be good. We might do one more grain cart load. Maybe not, we'll see. Getting close though. Look at how much just dust accumulates everywhere. Just look at that on the tire. Yeah, nuts. Oh, I'm emptying out. Don't want to do that. When you see dust coming off like that, that means I'm going too slow. Last grain cart load of the night. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, excuse me. Just about got this field whipped. Just like that, we're done with this field and we're done for the night. 9:15, be on the road home by 9:30. So we decided to keep going for a little bit longer just to give me a full grain cart. That'd be 6,500 bushels in the pit. That's it's a little bit better. We might put a little bit more tomorrow, we'll see. But the problem is, if we put it in tomorrow, we gotta tear down the truck so we can feed cows in the morning and put the truck back up. So it'd be nice to get it done tonight. This stuff is a little bit greener. Maybe should have been in here sooner. Yeah. Rolling along. She gonna be full. Very full. Oh, I love it. Curtis is keeping that down. It's really keeping the dust down, so that's good at least. Man, I got a heavy pile in there. It really comes out fast. I got it idled all the way down and the gate halfway closed. And I had a lot of bushels in there. Nathan's looking at the handiwork. Last one of the night. Thank goodness. This actually might be, we might be done with this too. That'd be really nice. Be about 6,800 bushel in there. All DUN done for the night. 6,800 bushels, what you got in there. Not bad. Well, we're done for the night. Putting stuff in the shed now. Got to blow off stuff in the morning, but I think we're going to be done with high moisture corn potentially. So I'm honestly not sure what that leaves for tomorrow. But we'll find out, and you guys will find out when I do. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.